Good evening, executive distributor with Young Living, Daniela here. This is actually a rant. Yeah, I'm pissed. So today I'm doing a multi-level marketing rant. So this doesn't even have to do with my product or the company I represent, but a rant about a consciousness that seems to be the prevailing that I would love to see reframed in people's minds. And that is that sales is a bad thing. And I even see this in my own company where even great leaders will even say it like, you're not selling, as if like if you're selling it's bad, but because we're sharing it's okay, and I personally take as a corporate executive outside of multi-level marketing that is very interested in our economy and keeping people employed and being able to pay the rent and put food on the table for the majority of people. Employment's a big deal to me. And right now we live in a commodity driven market, and you're not selling crack cocaine. Like, I understand if you feel guilty if you're selling a product that is causing harm to society. But if I was selling vegetables, right, you wouldn't think ill of me because I'm feeding the nation, right? If it wasn't for the companies that sell food, now let's not talk about the quality of food they're selling because that's a whole other conversation. But I'm talking responsible, integral companies that supply clean, good food to the planet. Would you be upset if they became wealthy or successful? Right? You would say, no, you know what? That guy deserved, if someone found the cure for cancer, which we all know that there's probably 30 cures at this point we're not hearing about, but again, a whole other conversation. But if someone tomorrow found the cure for cancer, would you begrudge him living in a decent house and driving a nice car? Right? You wouldn't. When doctors make a lot of money, we might make, roll of the eye comments and jokes about how much money doctors make, but they're saving lives, so we certainly don't fight it. No one's protesting because doctors make enough money. If anything, we're protesting because we want doctors and nurses to make more money because of what they're subjecting themselves to every day. I'm a big supporter of that. So the whole concept that sales is bad, no. Sales is good. When you're selling a good product that changes lives, that's a good thing. That's a great thing. When you're feeding the nation and healing the nation and, getting people above the wellness line and helping people become financially independent and out of debt, right now, every other day, I'm reading newspaper articles that banks are warning about the debt and raising mortgage rates and everything else because we have too much debt. And here we have a solution for people to make added income, passive income while they still go out working, that could actually solve this problem for people. And then we want to apologize for it or try and turn it into something it isn't or whatever. So I would love for us to just be proud of what we're representing. And I'm going to give you my own personal experience as a customer of my product before I became a business builder. So when I first started using my product, I was really, really at the end of my rope with my physical condition. And the job, between my stress at my work and everything else and how I was feeling, I was just literally at the end of my rope on burnout. And my sister-in-law had started this new oil business, and she swore by these oils. I did not for a second believe these oils were going to do anything for me. I bought them because she's my sister-in-law. She started a new business, and if I didn't buy it, that would have made me an asshole. That's the only reason I bought these oils. Those oils, from the day I opened the bottle, changed my life. Within the first month, I went from 2 migraines a week to 2 a month. Instantly. Instant. That was the first thing that happened with me. Then I started learning about emotional oils. And I was someone that was so riddled with past trauma. I was like, in my own mind, my identity was PTSD, Daniela. Now, since using the oils, I forget I have that. You know what I mean? I don't even identify with that anymore. And that's how impactful they've been for me. So do I care that when my sister-in-law sold me the kit that she made $50? Do I care that Young Living made a profit margin on that box? Who got the better deal? My sister-in-law got $50. Young Living got, whatever their profit margin is. But my life changed. I'm better than I've been since before my injury. Well, okay, that might be an exaggeration. I still have my stuff, but still, I'm amazing compared to how I was. When people who've seen me 3 years ago look at me today, their jaws drop, like gaping, oh my God, what happened? What fixed you? That's the amazing transformation. So do I care that she made $50? If, as far as I'm concerned, I wish she made 1 million from that kit. She deserves $1 million for what that kit did to my life. So we have to, I think, reframe the whole guilt around sales because of what we're offering. You're not selling anything bad here. People aren't wasting their money when they're buying your product at all. And even, so she convinced me eventually, because that happened organically, the selling, organically. I smell awesome. I look amazing compared to how I looked before. No more cane. So many things I let go of. So many. So now everybody wants what I take because they see that it works, because they physically see it on me. And organically from that, because it was that astounding, a business grew. She benefits from that business. Do I mind? No. I'm so grateful she pulled me into this. Do I feel bad that I make a profit or that I make a commission on somebody down my line that bought oils? Well, let's see. I have someone in my downline whose son has cerebral palsy. And again, the impact these oils have had on him in his condition, jaw-dropping. There are days that she posts updates that leave me weeping. This kid has done so much better with these. Do I feel guilty that I made a couple of bucks on that? No. And I want you to know where that money comes from. Most businesses have a huge overhead, retail stores, and big marketing campaigns. Young Living doesn't do any of that. Young Living saves that money, and instead, every time you tell someone you had success with that product and that causes them to try it, Young Living says thank you. And the money they would have spent at a big advertising company, the same advertising companies that convince you to smoke cigarettes, or, well, maybe not anymore, but back in the day, they convinced you that it was a good thing. That's where the money would normally go. Big advertising companies like that. And instead, Young Living gives it to me. People like me that are struggling to get well, that are finding empowerment in their own wellness when the regular system has screwed them over time and time again. And because I was nice enough to tell somebody else how much it helped me, they say thank you. So that's my first rant. I had to take notes because I have so many things I'm mad about this. So now, let's look at it in another way. If you go to an amazing restaurant, would you feel guilty or bad to say to your friend, oh my God, I went to this amazing restaurant. It's over here. They make the best whatever. You have to make sure you go check it out. If you hear a song you like, do you not post it on Facebook, right? Your favorite products, do you not like the page? Oh my God, I wish I could buy these shoes. Oh, I know this guy. He's amazing. Do you not do that anyway? So you have no problem recommending a movie or recommending a restaurant, but you feel guilty selling a product that could potentially save someone's life. That's the perspective I would love to see shifted. What you're sharing is literally life altering. Literally, it has that potential. So it's and no one's saying that there's like a quota, like you have to sell it. So I'm going to call Susie. Hey, Susie, I'm calling because I have this product. And I wouldn't even suggest you ever do that. But what you do is anytime someone's like, gee, my neck's been bugging me for a couple of days. Here, let me give you some of this. Try it. It works for me. Right? That's all it is. Or, hey, your house always smells good. Oh, yeah, this is where I do it. This is actually a business of mine now because I love it so much. I sell this stuff. If you want, check out my website. That's not being pushy. It would be no different than if you bought that somewhere else and said, oh, you love the diffuser? I bought it at this store on that corner. This is how much it cost. I'll send you the link. It's on Amazon. No different. No different, except that what you're pushing is life-altering, right? Now, if I was working for an evil corporation, the kind we all hate. I can't name any, obviously. But let's say I was working for a really, really big company, and most of us hate the company, but you have to recognize it's huge. And I was, had a decent job in that company and I was making decent money. Would you hate me, or would you be like, wow, she works at so and so? They're assholes, but that's really impressive, right? So you wouldn't feel bad if I was working and selling a product that was shit, or working to make some asshole CEO that's corrupt and owns companies that takes advantage of nature and they takes advantage of their staff. Meanwhile, Gary Young pays his employees well, shuts down the call center so they can have Christmas with their family, opens his farms to families, opens a healing center in Ecuador, this massive charity that does stuff all over the world. Like, I do that's the stuff where I shake my head. Like, how can people not see that multi-level marketing isn't the demon. These shit corporations that are corrupt, they're the demons. So when someone is stepping out of that box and creating their own financial independence separate from that world, you should applaud them, not look at them as if they're doing something wrong, or not feel guilty because you're considering climbing out of the box. Applaud yourself if you're even tempted to go in this direction. And about rejection, when you go to a restaurant and the waitress asks you if you want dessert and you say, oh no, I'm good, does she take it personal? It's like her identity, isn't made by whether or not you're going to have a piece of pie after dinner. She has pie. If you want it, she'll sell it to you. If you don't have it. She doesn't care. So and so next to the next table is going to buy pie. That you should have the same indifference with oils. You happen to be in an oil business. Some of your friends might like oils. Great. And if they don't, who cares? Because there's an entire planet of people that want oils. Even if your immediate friends and family don't, you just gotta hustle to find them. So really, you don't have to feel guilty. If your friend started a fashion line, you'd feel obligated to buy a t-shirt. If you had another friend that started selling insurance, you'd feel obligated to buy a policy off them. Your friend's a real estate agent, you feel obligated to hire them. That's kind of like what friends do. You boost each other's businesses up. So because yours is multi-level marketing, it is no less than any other thing that anyone else might be doing. As a matter of fact, because of the nature of our product, what you're doing is saving people's power over themselves. You're bringing people back to their own power, their own wellness, above the wellness line. Even there's nothing here to feel guilty about. There's only to be celebrated, especially when you're representing a product like Young Living. So yeah, I sell oils. I sell the fuck out of oils. And I'm proud. I'm proud that I am. Because the people that I'm selling to are all coming back saying they feel better. And life is that much easier, that much more pleasant. And if nothing else, they smell good. I don't feel guilty. I'm proud that I sell oils.